It's Friday, November 13th here in Seoul. Hey everyone, it's Debbie from Korea Now with the headlines for today.
Chinese President Xi Jinping is expected to visit South Korea by the end of this year. President Xi was supposed to visit Seoul earlier in the year, but the trip was postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. Diplomatic sources said on Thursday that both sides are working to make the trip happen between the end of November and the middle of December. Xi's state visit will focus on restoring bilateral ties that have been frayed since the U.S. deployed its THAAD missile defense system in South Korea. This comes after South Korean President Moon Jae-in held a phone conversation with his incoming U.S. counterpart Joe Biden on Thursday, where Biden called South Korea the linchpin of security and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region. While Cheongwade has shut down speculations that Biden's comment aimed to put pressure on China in the region, analysts say Beijing is actively pushing for Xi's visit to Seoul before the new Biden camp takes office in January. A group of lawmakers from South Korea and Japan met in Tokyo on Thursday to discuss ways to boost cooperation and mend the frayed ties between their countries. During the meeting, the two sides agreed to form a special committee dedicated to cooperation efforts for the Tokyo Olympic Games, which have been delayed to next year due to the pandemic. It was proposed by the South Korean side. They also agreed to hold a joint seminar to promote mutual exchanges next year. And on the following day, the Korean lawmakers also met with Japan's new leader Yoshihide Suga for the first time. Seoul and Tokyo have been actively trying to improve relations since Suga took office in September. Also on Thursday, the vice foreign ministers of the two nations spoke over the phone and agreed on the need for close communication and dialogue to resolve the ongoing issues of trade and wartime forced labor. The latest data shows that the K-pop music industry has already surpassed 30 million in domestic album sales this year. According to the Korea Music Content Association, more than 6.6 million K-pop albums were sold in October, on top of the 26 million copies that were sold in the first 9 months of this year. And with BTS about to make their comeback next week, the numbers are expected to go up even more. Korea's domestic album market was once in a slump with the emergence of digital music in the mid-2000s, but there's been a turnaround in recent years with the growth of idol music. At least 7 K-pop albums broke 1 million in album sales this year, including those by groups like BTS, 17, and Blackpink. Analysts say the million-seller boom is the result of the growing interest in K-pop around the world and the pandemic. With limited concerts, fans have no choice but to buy albums to enjoy the music.
And those are your top stories for today. For full-length articles, you can check out our official website, linked down below. As always, make sure to subscribe to Korea Now for more daily updates.